Hey, I wanted to make another magazine spread today. So I'm pretty into photography and graphic design. I love to use Photoshop, and lately I've been trying to make magazine spreads. I really love Larm magazine in particular, and I'm so inspired by them. So I chose this picture here from this black cat, Bombay cat kind of thing. I noticed there were other colors that they did, and like every different one was a different cat, and I thought that was so cool, and I was like, oh my goodness, like I'm gonna try that. These photos I actually kind of got accidentally. I took these photos with a whole different idea in mind. It wasn't supposed to be like silly. I feel like this is kind of on the silly side. It's a little bit goofy because I feel like it's poodle themed. It just reminds me of like a French poodle. There was something about the way my hair came out this day that it just did not work for the original concept, but I'm really happy I didn't throw them away because I ended up with something super cool, and that's this poodle spread. So I took more photos than I needed. You should always take more photos than you think you'll need, and I picked six, sorry, I just woke up. I picked 6 photos. I wanted 3 fully like standing up, and then I wanted 3 where I was sitting down. And I'm getting better at taking pictures, but I still do not take enough to have like a good variety. Yeah. This is the hardest part, cutting it out. The reason it's so hard for me is because I use a white backdrop, which is difficult to cut away from my very pale skin. And also my backdrop is textured, so that adds a little extra layer of fun. But I use 2 methods here. You can see I'm trying out the second one right here. Can't remember what the tool is called. I think it's a magic wand. You just like select similar colors. So like that works okay, but usually I use the lasso tool. So this was accidental. When I dropped all of these sitting poses in, I actually really liked the way they looked overlapping each other, and I decided at this moment that I was going to do 2 pages. So here I am just setting up the alignment for all of the standing poses, and I'm trying to leave some space at the top there so that I can put a little bit of a blurb talking about where the pieces in the outfit are from. Trying to be professional here. And I noticed in the original picture, my inspiration image, that there was a gap in it. So there was like a hand-drawn part, and I really want to add that in, so I left space for it. But yeah. So here I am. I'm using the magic wand tool again. I hope that's what it's called because I'm not looking it up right now. But this is helpful once you already have it put into your like final layout. You can just remove all the extra backdrop that didn't come off. This causes me so much less stress than trying to remove it all in that first pass, because like it takes so long. Like I sped that up 3000% when you saw me cutting these out from the original images. That was sped up 3000%. It took a really long time. It also like kind of drives you insane, but there is this fine line between having it look perfect and then having it be done, so you have to find where that balance is for you. I used a grid background. I thought it looked really cool. It was also super helpful when it comes to like aligning stuff with each other, even though Photoshop has these like rulers, these grids that kind of like snap and show you. It's a really useful program. It's come a long way since I first started using it, and I love it. So I'm just doing the little blurbs here. This part is kind of boring. Oh, if you want to see this image, I'm going to upload it onto my Gyaru blog, and you can always find that in my link tree. And my link tree is posted underneath every video that I post here. It's also in the bio of my Instagram. I thought the text was blending into the background too much, so I've put these little boxes behind them, and then I thought that they were standing out too much, so I made them fade a little bit more into the background, and I like the way it came out. And this page is looking quite full. So here are some resources that I found on DeviantArt. That's where I get pretty much all of my Photoshop resources. They have a lot of like patterns, which I use frequently, but the thing I use the most are these like PNG files. I love them. I've also been like toying with the idea of making my own, where I could just find public domain stuff and then do the hard work of cutting it out and making it the right file format. So I just duplicated this one, and I wanted it to look like I hadn't done that, so I just quickly cleaned this up and changed the angle of the ribbons so that they look complementary. I also changed the size so that it kind of tricks your brain into thinking that I didn't just use the same one, like they're different. So here's the space I wanted to leave for the drawing part, and I hope I actually like do that and scan it in. I do have a nice scanner, so I would be able to do it. And I wanted to go with this like French poodle theme because that was the feeling that I got from these outfits when they were all said and done. And I actually posted a couple of these outfits on my TikTok, and somebody sent me a link, or they sent me to this page where this person had done these poodle illustrations, and it was like surprisingly similar, like the colors and everything. So I'm happy with the direction that this ended up going. Those little postcards say Paris on them, and I put the little Eiffel Tower, and then I thought the other side looked empty, so I just put this little ribbon rosette. I wasn't really sure what to do here. This was really messy when I cut it out, and I can't really fix it because they're all like into the same layer. But right here, I'm just brightening up the faces to kind of make it as though there was a key light on every face when it was shot, but there wasn't. So here I'm adding in the same thing that I do to my thumbnails on YouTube, where I just kind of duplicate the image layer, make some mosaics, put them behind the main image, and then use the color burn usually. Don't think I used that on this one, but I'm not sure. I can't remember what I was trying to do with the colors there. I wasn't happy with the way it was looking. I was trying to make it look messier so that it would look more intentional where I didn't cut them out very well. I'm just making it a little bit softer here with a outer glow layer. And then I had this big gap at the back, and I wanted to put an Eiffel Tower in again, but I didn't want it to just be the Eiffel Tower that I used in the other image. So I decided to stick it in this frame with a little texture behind it, and I think it came out really cute. I think this is much better than the one I did last time, so I'm excited to see where the next one goes. And if you have any suggestions or ideas or things you want to see me try in Photoshop or like magazine layout wise, let me know in a comment. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. There are so many things here on YouTube that you could have clicked today, but you chose me, and that makes me super happy. I will see you really soon. Bye!